Here with Lady Line forward Julia Trogele. Well, Julia, evaluate the team's start to the Big Ten season. Are you happy with the progress that you've made so far?
I'm definitely excited about how we've started off. Coming in, I knew that we were going to be very young but talented. So we got a road win and we've won at home. So I'm pretty excited where we're at right now. I think there's a lot of improvement to be done, but overall I think that I can be pretty confident in our team right now.
As a senior and a veteran player, has it been more difficult or about what you thought in terms of bringing the young players along?
It's been a little bit difficult, only because, Coach Peace has a lot of rules and expectations that they've had to adapt to from high school and even from their freshman year. It's a lot more burden placed on the sophomores than I ever had my sophomore year because they have to grow up pretty fast, like Nikki and Alex. But I think overall they've handled the pressure pretty well, and I'm pretty pleased with how they've come along so far.
For you personally, how much do you feel like you've evolved as a leader from when you first came here to the position you're in right now?
From my freshman year until now, I think that I've grown a lot, become a lot more vocal, and also just trying to lead by example. Everything I do is what they're going to do, so I have to make sure that I do the right thing, and I try to do that on and off the court. And so far, that I think I've been doing a pretty good job. I think the coaches are pretty happy with what I've been doing, and I have Mia alongside me who's helping me out as a co-captain, so she's been very helpful as well.
Looking ahead to Thursday night's game against Minnesota, can you tell me a little bit about the Gophers and what you know about them?
Minnesota, for the past 3 years that I've played here, we haven't beat them in the regular season. So I know that they come in, they play pretty tough, and they don't stop playing ever, really. They go to the very end, so it's kind of like you have to keep playing till that buzzer goes off. We beat them last year in the Big Ten tournament, so they might have a little bit of animosity coming from that. But other than that, I know that they're going to, it's just like any other Big Ten team. It's going to be a great game, great night, and you better come ready to play.
You've been playing a little bit of backup point here recently. Talk about your versatility and the ability to do that.
When I met with Coach Peace beginning of the year, she had asked me what I was going to contribute to the team. On top of being the captain, I told her that I would play 1 through 5, and I've really played 1 through 5 this season, truly. So my versatility as a player is I can play in the post, I can play guard. I'm willing to do whatever it takes for us to win.
Do you enjoy that? Do you enjoy playing a bunch of positions?
I do. I was saying earlier in the press conference that for me it's interesting because I have to learn every spot of the offense as well as defense, and it kind of gives you a little bit more insight into what the game is actually about and really understanding what is expected to come out of every play. So it really helps me learn a lot about everything that's going on the court.
Is it challenging to learn all the positions?
It definitely is. It is challenging to know every spot, but it helps me with my memory since I'm getting old, so I accept the challenge.
So let's switch gears a little bit. Take me back to when you started playing basketball. How old were you and what got you into it?
I was about 4 or 5. I grew up in the gym, so I guess you could say I'm a gym rat. Both my parents played on the German national team and professionally. So basically I've always had, basketball in my hand, so I don't know. They never really forced me to play basketball. Actually, I think my dad would have rather me play a non-contact sport so I never get hurt. But, he's come to terms with it, and they're both very supportive. And they've been driving me to AAU tournaments, coming to all my high school games, rebounding for me when I need to get extra shot up. So they've just been always there by my side, supporting me.
When your playing days are over, what do you see yourself doing?
My playing days are over. Right now that's pretty open. I'm probably going to look to go to law school after this. Maybe take a year off and go play overseas for another year, just experience what it's like to play in Europe. Even though I've played for the German national team, I want to see what it's like to actually make some money, and then go to law school and then probably work in the corporate world.
If you were playing one-on-one against anybody on the team, who is it that you would want to beat most?
Who is it that I would want to beat most?
Yeah. Do you have any type of competition with anybody that you're like, I want to beat her in one-on-one?
Not really, but someone that talks a lot of smack would probably be like Talia or Alex. Alex, Talia, Mia, they're all pretty physical. So, and I'm a very physical player, so that's something that probably Alex most of all, because she's a really good player. So beating her one-on-one would be a great accomplishment for me.
So two games at home to finish off the week. What's the next step for this team? What are you hoping to accomplish here in the next week or so?
Well, we look at one game at a time, obviously. So tomorrow we need to get the win, and any game that you have at home is really important to get those to secure those wins as well. Because going on the road with such a young team is extremely difficult, as I saw at Wisconsin. So I think that we're just looking at one game at a time and making sure that we get ourselves better as the season progresses, so that for each game we move an inch closer to winning the Big Ten championship.
All right, Julie, best of luck this week.
Thank you very much.